Hello, my witchlets, and welcome to another episode of the Coventry Kitchen. Today I've been actually feeling pretty poorly today as far as health is concerned. So I'm just gonna do the final meal kit that I have from this past week from HelloFresh. And I know that it's a chicken dish, and beyond that, I don't remember. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all the ingredients and everything together, and we'll get started with this thing. All right, I don't have my normal setup just yet, but that's okay. So welcome to my new kitchen. It's a lot bigger than the kitchen that was in the apartment. So let me go ahead and tell you about Home Chef. I used this meal kit several years ago before I was able to actually cook, before I could come up with my own recipes and develop my own ideas or whatever for food. I was also powerlifting at the time and working out, and everything was about the protein. So this particular meal kit company allowed me to customize things to be gluten-free and also low carb, high protein, or whatever it was that I wanted. Currently, I am doing a more pescatarian kind of flair with them, although this first week I had chicken and pork and such, but I'll have to look and see what I'm getting next week, because I missed the cutoff window to customize it this week because I was busy, and so I don't know what I'm getting this next week, but I'm sure it'll be fantastic. I actually really like these meals. They are filling and they're pretty tasty. So they will send you this with your first order. It's just a notebook in which you can keep all of the recipes and such, that the recipe cards that they send you. These recipe cards are also available online, and the online cookbook also gives you the information about the ingredients that you're using so that you can recreate these dishes on your own, which is really fun because there are a couple of these already that we've had this week, and I'm like, oh, I want to make that again. I have some ideas for changes, as I do. So today, this is what we're going to be making right here. This is a lemon garlic Beurre Blanc chicken. And that's a lot of words, and some of them sound French. So, I'm already not really in that game. So let's see here. So this should take approximately 30 to 40 minutes to cook. It tells you all of this. It is an intermediate recipe. It's not spicy. It tells you what you need beyond just what they send you in the kit. You'll need olive oil, salt, pepper, cooking spray, a baking sheet, small pot, and large nonstick pan. Fortunately, I have all of that stuff. So, which, isn't necessarily a thing that you think about when you're moving and how long it's going to take to get your stuff. So I grabbed my favorite pots and pans, because I do have my favorites, and I ended up having to buy a couple of cookie sheets because we didn't bring any cookie sheets with us when we drove up here. So I bought a couple of cookie sheets, and I made cookies. So, that's just how it is. So we're going to go ahead and get this party started. I'm going to read the recipe so I know what I'm doing and can get everything set up the way it needs to be set up. And then I will be back. Alrighty, so the first thing, I'm going to go ahead and grab this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the oven, and I'm going to go ahead and set this to bake. And we want to set the temperature to 425, I think the instructions said. So we'll go ahead and get that going, and I'll double check and make sure that it's 425, yes. So we're gonna let that preheat, and while that's preheating, let's go ahead and take a look at what's in our bag. So the way Home Chef comes is all of your vegetables and cheeses and everything come in this pack, and then your meat comes separately in its own pack. And if you have two chicken dishes, you have to pay attention to what type of chicken you have, because earlier this week we did another chicken dish, but that was cubed chicken. So you want to make sure that you have the right chicken for the right recipe. In this particular case, this is chicken breast fillets, and so that's what we're using for tonight. So in our package here, we have, what is this? Artisan Flavor Creekside. I'm thinking this is herbed butter. Yeah, lemon garlic butter. Then we have our chicken broth, our green beans, which we're gonna prepare here in just a moment, our mushrooms, which we're also going to prepare here in just a moment, and then we've got even more butter in here. We've got plain light cream cheese, actually, and then 2 little shamrock butters. Now, I have very interested kitties. I have 5 of them, and they like to jump up on the counter and get into things, especially while I'm cooking, especially midnight. And so I keep the sealable bags so that I have something that I can toss the meat things and such into. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna prepare our vegetables. I realize like half my face is cut off, but you know, it is what it is. Our realtor gave us this amazing cutting board. It has our initials burned into it, and it's so cool, and I love this cutting board so much. So we're gonna go ahead and use this one because it was given to us out of love, and I cook with love. It's one of my main ingredients. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started with the mushrooms. So what they want us to do is they want us to quarter these mushrooms. And so we shall. I'm gonna give these all a quick rinse before I do because they feel a little grimy. So I'm just gonna take these right over here to my sink. I was told by the previous tenant that our water, even though we have a well and we use well water to water the farm, essentially, we have spring water to the house. So the water here is very pure and it's very good. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Don't worry, I don't actually keep all of my knives and such over here. It's just, I just did dishes, so they're just, everything is everywhere. I put away most of the cookware because it was in the way, but I didn't do anything with the knives. We're not even sure where we're keeping everything yet. And cameraman Ken is away right now. He is actually back in LA finishing the packing and such so the movers can come and get our stuff later this week. So kind of batching it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, there's not too much to really batch because I've been sick today. I did cook myself breakfast, like a very light breakfast, and I had some leftover pasta casserole that I made last night for dinner. But as you can see, there is no microwave right now. It's actually over there on the floor in a box. It's supposed to go right here, and we didn't have enough time to make that happen before cameraman Ken had to get on a flight to go back to LA. So that's where we are. So like I said, I'm just cutting up these mushrooms here. We have, I'll show you the basic layout of my kitchen here once I get the mushrooms quartered. This kitchen is huge, y'all. I am not used to this. Like, cameraman Ken and I can cook together in the kitchen and not be in each other's way. It's amazing. And if we both want to be cutting something, there's obviously this space here, but like right under where my hand is right here, there's another cutting board that can slide out. So it's like, it's a huge cutting board. So if people ever wonder what they can get us as a housewarming present, we can never have enough cutting boards. Actually, that's probably not true. I say that now, and then we end up with like 1,000,000 cutting boards, and I'll be like, okay, that's too many cutting boards. But no, seriously, we do like cutting boards. We use them very frequently. And I know one of the things I'm going to show you here in a second, I'm very slow with cutting things, I'm sorry. One of the things I'm going to show you here in a sec is we have 2 metal bins that you can't see. Well, no, you can see them. 2 metal bins over my this is my left shoulder. So right back here, we have the one closest to the camera is for eggshells. The one furthest from the camera there is compost, which I didn't take out today because I wasn't feeling well and there's not much in there. So I'll probably take that out tomorrow. Okay, so go ahead and pan down here. Ooh, and let everything get, there we go. Okay, so I've got my mushrooms cut. I only have so much room on my cutting board, but that's okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we are going to trim our green beans, trim the ends off the green beans, and snip the ends. So, or cut them in half, I mean, not snip the ends. I mean, we're gonna snip the ends too, but we're gonna cut them in half. So I'm just gonna go through and do this. I'm gonna put my waste in the mushroom container so that I can just dump it in the compost container right away. As long as I remember that I'm doing that. Okay. All right, we've finished with our green beans. Now it's time to pat dry our chicken, and we're gonna season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. And I'm gonna check the oven. We got about 10 more degrees remaining on that, on the preheat. And then we're gonna stick the chicken in the oven for a bit. Okay. So pat this dry. Now the recipe instructions here say to put this, to first cook it in a nonstick pan over medium heat. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the pan started. Okay, there we go. And where's my salt and pepper? Salt, pepper. Let me wash my hands really fast. That's our oven coming up to temperature. Okay. So, once the pan gets hot, then we'll add some olive oil to it. I'll change camera angles and such so you can see what I'm doing. So we'll go ahead and put some salt on these and some pepper. those and flip them over and do the same on the other side. Is my chicken as dry as it could be? No. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and change camera angles. We'll be right back. Okay, here we are. So the pan is smoking a little bit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pour in that's about 2 teaspoons of olive oil. And we're gonna swirl this around. It has been about 18 years since I have cooked on an electric stove top, so there is still a learning curve going on here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay this chicken in here, and we are gonna let this sear on one side undisturbed for about 5 minutes. So I'll come back to you at that point and show you what we do next. All right, so this has gone the time it's supposed to, so we're gonna just go ahead and take these off and put them seared side up onto our prepared baking tray. And we're gonna go ahead and stick this in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. So I'll go ahead and do that now and move this off the heat for just a moment while we get this ready. Oops. All right, and now we're gonna move this back over here to the heat because we are gonna put 2 more teaspoons of olive oil in this and turn up the heat a bit. So let's see. 1, 2, and we're gonna turn up the heat just a little bit more here so that it's medium high. I'm gonna bring all of the spices that we need, the pepper, the salt, it's chicken broth concentrate, but they're calling it a demi-glace in here. And then we need our green beans and mushrooms. So, as I awkwardly push things into, I'll get those in a second. I am not good with this, apparently. Okay, there we go. And there we have it. Now we're gonna add approximately half a teaspoon of salt to this. A pinch of black pepper and our demi-glace. Okay. So then we're gonna stir this and we're gonna cook it for about 5 minutes, I believe. 6 to 8 minutes. But it wants us to cover it. And the problem is I don't tend to use lids all that much, so I didn't grab any when we were leaving. So I don't have any lids. So we're just gonna use this piece of tinfoil and hope I don't burn myself. And we'll be back. All right, so that would be the time for our veg to check them. Get that out of my way. So if the green beans still need a little extra time, you can add like a couple teaspoons or tablespoons of water. and let this go for another 1 to 3 minutes covered. However, my green beans seem to be doing just fine. Thank you very much. So we just want to cook the liquid out of here, which should take probably another minute or so, which is good because I need to get my chicken out of the oven here in just a moment. So I'm going to prep up for that. We have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it makes a pretty noise. Oh, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take my chicken out of the oven and set it up here. And turn off my oven. There we go. And then just another quick stir here. And we are gonna, normally I would just move this off the burner, but I have run out of places to put things. So I'm going to go ahead and pretend I have moved it off the burner. Dump in the plain butter. Yeah, right? The plain butter? Yes. We're gonna stir in the plain butter until everything is coated, and then we're going to cover it and just, let it chill out on my countertop. There we go. And we'll be right back. This part is making a sauce. So we put a small pot over medium-high heat, and we are going to add 2 tablespoons of water, and then the cream cheese that I have just out of frame here. If I can find my tablespoon measure, this one will work. Okay. 1 and 2. There we go. 2 tablespoons of water and our cream cheese. And we're going to bring this to a simmer. If I can get this to exuent. Come on. All right, hang on a second. All right. Okay. So we're gonna stir this until it's smooth and creamy while it's simmering here. I don't know that you can really see what I'm doing in the pot, but you'll just have to trust me that we are mixing this together to make it smooth and creamy. This is supposed to take about 1 to 2 minutes, so I'll go ahead and put you on pause since you can't really see what I'm doing, and then we'll come back and we'll finish it at the table. Okay, so that is all combined together. At this point, we add our lemon garlic butter and another pinch of salt. And stir this till it combines, and then we plate this and we eat. It's generally my favorite part of cooking is in the eating. Unless I'm baking for somebody, then I just enjoy the art of baking. All right, so this will be ready here in just a moment. I'll have to move stuff around so that you can see what's going on. So I'll go ahead and be back in just a moment. All right, so I have everything plated. There you go, if you can see it. You just do this. So that is what it's supposed to look like when it's plated. Looks pretty good. I am very excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, there are many meal kits out there that you can use. There is no shame in using them. I use them for times that are stressful, like currently, so that I don't have to try to come up with something that's going to be healthy and properly portioned for just 2 people. And I don't want to have like a lot of food waste or anything like that. So once we actually get the garden going and, you know, have a decent production, then, you know, obviously things are going to change as far as what we're doing and what we're preparing. I just got a huge butcher box order that should last us for the next 4 or 5 months, probably. I'll be brining a turkey. It'll be my first time brining a turkey, so that'll be fun. And if you want to see how things are going with the farm, you can check out split-acres.com, and that's our website. And I'm trying to do a blog there. I just haven't gotten anything up yet, but we have links to our YouTube channels there. I'll have a link in the description here for cameraman Ken's YouTube channel for Split Acres. And of course, you're here watching me, so this is Coventry Kitchen. And I'll also put links in the description for our respective Instagrams and our Facebook pages, the website, and our Discord server. We have a Discord server, so if you're on Discord, please come chat with us. And, you know, hang out, tell us what you'd like to see, what you know, like what your experiences are with different food things or animals or whatever. It'll be a swell time, had by all. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and eat so that I can go lay back down because I have used all my spoons for my day by making this meal. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please make sure to hit the like button if you liked the video. If you didn't like the video, hit the thumbs down button. Either way, leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. I hope you, when you see this, you've had a blessed Samhain holiday, and we will see you for more Coventry Kitchen.